with cancer over and over again. I'm 32 years old. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. If you want to Google it, it is the hardest cancer to beat. It is a killer. I have never smoked a cigarette. Well, I did when I was 12. I puffed a cigarette once.
That ain't where she got the cancer from. I swear to God.
And I didn't get it. It metastasized from my colon. So that's not where I get cancer from. But because I know that there is something, there's a God, there's something beyond me. I know my purpose is bigger than myself. I will never be defeated by sickness. I will never be defeated by anything because I know that there's something in me that's bigger and greater than me that's going to push me. Just like I feel like that's what helps people recover. Knowing that they have a greater purpose out there. Knowing that they have a God or someone higher than them that is that loves them totally and completely. He uses his parents. Everybody should use somebody that you feel like knows you. He feels like his parents know him in and out. And they understand him. And as long as they say, hey, he's okay, he feels okay. In those moments when he lied to call his parents, he needed to know he didn't feel okay. That was the problem. He didn't feel okay. He was losing control. He said he hasn't really had many moments where he felt out of control. In that moment, he knew that if he didn't talk to somebody...
It's my psychologist right now. Go ahead. Finish
I'm not trying to be a psychologist, but I feel...
You're not trying to be. That's the way it's working out.
No, that he knew that if something did... He needed to talk to somebody who loved him. Because he was constantly in a situation with people who didn't care about him, who didn't care if he was upset, who didn't care if he was tired, he needed that reassurance that from the people that he loved to back him up. And so I feel like that's a good way to help people to recover. Remember that person is moving on more than likely. If they're not answering your texts anymore, if they're not calling you anymore, if they got somebody new, that doesn't mean that you weren't good enough. You have to, before you enter into a new relationship, you need to make those evaluations of yourself.
And people say it all too often, but I don't think people practice it enough. You have to
put it in practice.
You have to practice. You have to try to, well, not try. You have to feel good about yourself. You gotta do something.
Yeah,
because like you can't depend on other people to make you. Like you gotta make yourself.
Right.
You really do.
Right. And not with things that are toxic. Don't indulge yourself into things that are toxic and you know that aren't good for you. Because then, again, it's another attention getter probably. You're trying to do something to see, this is what you did to me. Because we not together, this is what you did to me. But you have to do things like he said to make yourself feel good about yourself and who you are as a person. Like, if you feel like, oh my goodness, the reason why we probably broke up is because I was feeling insecure because I gained weight and blah, 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 blah. Go start working out.
Lose weight.
Go work out. If you're not feeling confident about yourself for a reason that you can control. And even if you feel like it's so much as a cosmetic thing, a nose job or whatever, but you have to remember those things are temporary. But whatever it is on the inside, that when you lay your head on a pillow at night by yourself, you can't sleep because you're thinking about. Fix those issues. Go talk to somebody. Go read a book. There's too much information out there for people to be so sad about a breakup that they feel the need to go kill that person. Because I'm going to show you that I still control you. You ain't going to be with nobody else because I'm going to kill you. And then go kill yourself. There's too many situations that are popping up like that. People need to learn when you see warning signs are not fake. They're real. Run.
Yeah. So... Go ahead. You got another point to make? No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. Okay, cool. Look, I'm going to end it by saying this. So with all this being said, the points that she made about manipulation and what? Who said what? That was my other phone. My other phone has this function called Google Assistant, and this bitch just won't shut up, man. God dang. Listen. Basically, what I want to say is that for the fellas, like, we have to stop manipulating women. Like, we have to stop. Like, I've never been in a position where I feel like a woman manipulated me. But I'm pretty sure there's some women out there that do manipulate guys. You should probably stop that shit as well. But just for the men, like
and all your ex-girlfriends that are listening, he never tried to manipulate.
This is more important than the fucking ex-girlfriends. This is real shit. Like, we have to. There's an accountability issue in the community of men, in the community of black men, and we aren't accountable enough. We don't hold the sorry ass niggas accountable for the sorry ass shit that they do. So I'm trying my best to do that from here on out. So, like, no more manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Let's communicate with these women. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what it is up front. And, you know what I'm saying? When people out here want your time, you know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you give them a piece of your time. That's value in itself when people want your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold that in very high regard when people want my time. You know what I'm saying? So, because time is something you can't get back. You can recoup money. You know what I'm saying? Your feelings can be unhurt, but like time, you can never get back. And when people want a piece of your time, that's something that's real special. So, like, just let's stop manipulating. Let's start being upfront and honest. Let's start like letting people know what it is. And women, stop being so goddamn vulnerable. Stop being so susceptible to this shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, the shit
from Mike.
The shit that I listen to. Like, what you mean from Mike?
No, it's you saying it from a man's perspective of what women should stop doing. So I'm just saying this is from him. Because I got a message for women just like you just had a message for me. But this is just...
go ahead with your message. Go ahead.
No, I would like for you to finish.
We timing out, though. So
okay.
Go ahead and
well, anyways, I'm saying to women that basically he said stop being so... What did you say?
Vulnerable.
Stop being so vulnerable. I'm saying have some integrity about yourself. Have some goals. Have some morals. Have some character. And just recognize what you can and cannot stand. Know your limits and your boundaries, and don't let anybody cross those. And you are the power. You are in control. Even though sometimes it may seem like a man has the upper hand because he's the one that's supposed to be courting you. Don't ever settle. Don't settle, because there's somebody out there willing to call you back. There's somebody out there that'll text you back. There's somebody out there that'll make time for you. There's somebody out there that will treat you special.
That's real. So listen, we about to end this shit. It's been Mike Chuck 1212. If you want to like send in like some like questions or responses to anything that we've talked about, I got a few places for you to do that. You can go to Twitter and you can shoot me a tweet at Michael McFly. It's Michael spelled Michael, McFly McFlyy. You can send me a tweet. You can send me a direct message on there. You can follow me on Instagram or send me a direct message or whatever on Instagram. We got a 2020 Vision podcast page, as well as my Instagram page is Lord_Charles_first. Also, there's a specific email account that I have to facilitate these responses as well. It's talktomepodcast@gmail.com. That's talktome, TAWKTAMEH podcast@gmail.com. So if you got any information, anything you want to share, any topics that you'd like for me to bring up, anything you'd like for me to talk about, I'm happy to do so on any of those outlets. I'd appreciate it if you send me any responses. That'd be good looking. I appreciate that. And if you like to get into contact with me on Facebook, I'm Charles Michael Young. That's my full name. Anything you got? Any last words here?
No, this is a great show. I hope that this blessed somebody's life. I hope that people are able to look at things differently. I hope that we are offering you different perspectives, and hopefully it'll be something that turns into something great or good in your life.
And we ghost.